Hey there everyone, it's RoseyLikeMe here, and today I, Roseline, am reflecting upon this journey I've set throughout YearUp, the YearUp program. Self-reflection prompt. What 3 strengths have you pushed yourself to grow in since you've joined the program? Please provide an example for each. A strength that I have pushed myself to grow in since joining the program is the way I express myself. I am definitely still expressive in the sense that I will speak up for myself and for my community. If something isn't right, I am going to say something. I am not going to hold myself back. But I've learned how to navigate how and when I express my words or message so that it doesn't get misconstrued. The lesson I learned really quickly is that everyone has their own experiences, and don't assume. Don't make assumptions. That's really all there is to it. Okay, let's keep the next one nice and short and sweet. What is the second strength that you've been working on? Another strength I've pushed myself to grow in since I've joined the program is networking. Prior to joining YearUp, I had absolutely 0 friends or knew no one in San Francisco. In the few months that I was in San Francisco is stay at home. I did not talk to anyone. I had no friends. But since joining YearUp, I have pushed myself to make as many connections, if not friends, just connections and acquaintances and get myself out there so that maybe I can have a community, right? The main thing that we focus on in YearUp is community. So I've been able to network both in and outside of YearUp. Yes, YearUp gave me the playground to just push forward, just be the best me that I can be. Even outside of YearUp, I go on LinkedIn and I am looking up people who used to be a student in YearUp. I'm reaching out to people who have gone through exactly what I've gone through, reaching out to interns, class 28 or whatever class they are, and asking them if they would be so kind to share their journey with me. And like 9 times out of 10, they do share that journey with me, and I am forever grateful for that. So yes, networking is something that I've pushed myself to grow in, and I think that I am exceeding. Okay, last strength that I've pushed myself to grow in since joining the program. I'd have to say it's coding. Prior to joining YearUp, I was already pushing myself to code. It was Python and not web development, but nonetheless, I was pushing myself to code. But within YearUp, I guess I'm pushing myself to grow and strengthen my skills in coding even more. At least in web development, front-end development, back-end development. For example, since joining the program and learning that we are supposed to learn front-end development rather than Python, I put Python to the side. Like full just, and focused, beginning of October, focused on my web development journey. So much to the point that people thought that I already knew how to code in HTML, CSS, and JavaScript prior to this. But no, that is not the case. I knew absolutely nothing. Zilch, zero, nada before joining this program. But I was propelled. As like everything that I do, I want to succeed and just put my 100% in everything that I do. So yes, no, coding is a strength that I push myself to grow in. I am not going to elaborate any further. Okay, next prompt. What are 2 growth areas you haven't identified for yourself, and how are you going to address those growth areas, Roseline? Well, thank you for asking that question. I believe 2 growth areas that I have for myself is my volume and expression. I've already used that for my strength, but I'll use that again. Anyways, I am loud. People can hear me from across the Atlantic Ocean. I don't even know where the Atlantic Ocean is. That's all the way back east. I don't know geography. Let's just say Pacific Ocean. I'm exaggerating, but I'm very loud. I think it has to do with my Filipino family. My mom always yelling and me yelling back, but I can project. I can project. How do I address those growth areas? It's going to be a challenge. Maybe if I talk like this and just shh. I don't think I can. Sometimes my face will say everything. For example, if I think what you're saying is a piece of, then my face will show. I cannot hold it back. I think I can definitely improve that by just, like, I don't know, smoldering, sucking my cheeks in and just, Next question. What areas can your coach best support you in the upcoming months? Coach Andy, and maybe program manager Liz. Hi, it's Rose. I think my coaches can best support me through putting me in a good internship spot. Like, please. LinkedIn, Salesforce, Sony, maybe if I learn C++. Oh, I will trust in the process. But the only ways I think my coach can support me is to just like advocate for me and be like, I'm here, I'm present, and I'm ready to get it. That's all. I can't even like fill up a second bullet. That's all I can say. They can support me. Too long didn't watch. If you are in YearUp right now, or if you are thinking of joining YearUp, here is the lesson recap. Learn when to speak up and when to step down. Do. I forgot. Let me go back and watch. Yes. 2. Make sure you're networking. Your network is your net worth. Talk to literally everyone. Do not be cliquey. These people kind of are your competition, so keep a friendly distance. Or not. It's ultimately your choice. But yes, create opportunities for yourself. Network. Everyone here is going off to internships. And you don't know, that person that was like quiet or wasn't speaking much might just be the CEO of a company or might be a recruiter. You don't know. I don't know. I'm just speaking off the dome, but I'm just saying it's facts. Network. 3rd lesson you should pick up, my fellow YearUp students and prospects, is work on your skills. Do not focus on the internships. I mean, I guess, like, ultimately that's the goal, right? But work on your craft. Continuously work on your craft, both in YearUp and outside of YearUp. Continue to grow professionally. For example, I like to code outside of YearUp as well. I'm trying to still do Python. I haven't been doing it much because time, crunch, etc. But I am going to work on my web development and coding stuff. 4th lesson, always just know that there's always room for growth for yourself. Whether that be personally in like how you speak or in your personal development in learning hard skills, there is always room for improvement. Identify those things in yourself and work on them. Also, learn how to give feedback. When someone is messing up, go ahead and let them know they're messing up. Maybe they don't know they're messing up. Go give them a helping hand. Be like, I see that you have a booger. And it's an analogy I used today. I don't think Steph was with it, but for example, let's say that your friend has a booger, right? Would you let let's say that you have a booger. Would you want yourself walking around with a booger, like hanging out your nose, and your friends don't say a word at all? No, you'd want them to point out your flaws. If your flies unzip, you'd want them to tell you so you don't embarrass yourself. That's exactly what feedback is really. They're not attacking you. They're trying to help. So yeah. That is all I have. That is all Rosaline has for you today. Rosaline or YearUp or anyone who's watching. Subscribe maybe. I'm too tired.